Hey everybody, I'm sure some of you guys may have been wondering how's this Toshiba satellite laptop been doing. You know, the one that my Dell Inspiron 1525 got replaced with. Yeah, that one. The one that originally came to me as a Sandy Bridge laptop, which I upgraded to an Ivy Bridge, but then I had issues with the motherboard due to previous owner's damage. So I then, when I replaced the motherboard, I converted it to AMD from Intel, kind of wish I'd stayed with the i3. But there's other issues that, I'm definitely saying I've got some issues with this thing. I'm getting pretty fed up with it, actually. I mean, a lot of times when you see the brand name Toshiba on a laptop, a lot of times you want to just take that B out and replace it with a T, if you know what I mean. Because a lot of Toshiba laptops just aren't that good of quality. You know, they make decent laptops sometimes, but they also make some really crappy ones as well. So, you know, a lot of times I carry my laptop gets carried around sometimes at work when I use it to do port testing and things like that. And it's kind of annoying, it's kind of annoying when the thing feels like it would break if you just accidentally, dropped it 6 inches. I mean, the thing is like literally structured, the LCD, the lid is like literally structured around the LCD panel. And that's not a good design. I've seen them thinner than this though. Yeah, I've seen them worse, and they usually break and end up getting on this desk to have their LCDs replaced. But another thing is, I mean, the palm rest. I mean, it's just feels like it wouldn't take much at all to break it. It feels very thin. And again, this lid is just, I mean, it's terrible. The whole back of the freaking laptop flexes when you close the lid. I kid you not, look at this. The whole laptop is flexing. When I move the lid, it's like, yeah, the whole thing's flexing. Up to here, it's flexing up and down. Guys, that's just not very good quality. But we're not finished yet. Now, I mean, performance-wise, it is, I'd say, graphics-wise, it is a bit better than my Inspiron 1525, but the CPU performance is just not there. It's an AMD APU, which is, you kind of expect that. The Intel i3 was definitely snappier. The Intel setup was a whole lot more snappy than this. So we're going to power it on. Let's see if it even powers on correctly. Nope. Watch this, guys. Look what happens to this display. Looks like garbage. I'll just wait. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. And you can see the mouse. No, Windows 10 did not crash. It did not actually crash. I'll put it to sleep. And now I'll turn it back on here in a sec. By the way, it only does this when it's on battery power. And that's, it's spotty at times. Doesn't do it every time on a cold startup. It's just intermittent. So I'll turn it back on and it'll probably do just fine now. Yeah, just little things like this that annoy me a good bit. So I'll go ahead and now it's going to actually start up okay. Yep, there we are. And you can see everything looks okay now. So here we have the desktop, of course. I want you guys to take a look at something here. just to test a little something here. I want you to look at all these missing letters here. Yes, guys, this keyboard is awful. I mean, it's that freaking bad. Like a lot of key presses, it doesn't register. You can see I'm tapping the L key, and it's not registering every key press. It also does this for the letter N sometimes. Not quite as bad, but then there's several keys here. Like, let's say 6. I mean, these keys, I mean, they feel very cheaply designed. But it's very annoying when you're trying to type something and, you know, you're pressing these keys and they're just not registering. So when you're typing something, it sounds like you're doing this. Just to make sure every key press actually registers, because a lot of times it really doesn't. And there's nothing more annoying than when you're trying to type up a document or something and it's just, yeah, or reply to a YouTube comment or something and the key presses are not being recognized all the time. That's very annoying. So this is a fine example of a Toshita laptop. Yeah. I'll be honest with you guys, I'm not impressed with this thing. You know, I was definitely, I was looking for something that had, a larger screen, a numpad over here, and of course more up-to-date hardware. But when it's in such a crappy, cheap package like this, I mean, it's just so annoying. It's sad. I literally cannot trust this thing. If I'm carrying it around, doing things with it, this doesn't feel like it's designed to hold up. I mean, this was designed near the time of the Windows 8 release. So, 2012 onward Toshibas are they're terrible. I mean, I've got some older ones that are much better quality. So that being said, guess what we're going to do? Yep. At least for now, we're going back to the Dell Inspiron 1525 because that laptop has proven itself to be very dependable, very reliable. Even though it's 8 freaking years old, it's still, you can find them on eBay for pretty cheap. The thing is a whole lot more reliable, in my opinion. It's built better. It doesn't flex like, when you open and close the lid, it doesn't flex. I mean, for crying out loud, the thing's been run over, and it still works. I just had to replace the LCD panel and the hard drive. That's all. Yeah. The thing has been run over before, and it still functions to this day. Which it will be functioning again once I put this SSD back in. Good riddance, Toshiba laptop. Now perhaps you guys may be wondering, does this mean I'll be permanently staying with the Inspiron 1525? Maybe not. I'll still be going by the Goodwill Grid Store and looking for a laptop that's actually of decent quality. Maybe another Dell. Or maybe an HP, depending on how well it's built, but more than likely a Dell. But it's sad to say even Dell is getting to be crappy quality. Even their enterprise laptops are getting pretty bad. Trust me, I've worked on them at work before. So I'll post a video up pretty soon of when it's having issues with its touchpad. Like quite literally, brand new Latitude laptop. The touchpad will not work until you plug in AC power, and then it will start working. But you can unplug AC power and run on battery, and it will still keep on working afterwards until you shut down the machine. So yeah, even Dell's heading in the wrong direction with some of their laptops. Not all, but some of them. Anyways, here's our solid state drive. We're going to transplant this over to the Dell. Okay, after numerous attempts of getting the thin SSD to line up with the connector on the motherboard in this thing, I finally got it to work. So, let's go ahead and start up, and actually, now it'll be coming out of hibernation. I kid you not, guys. This thing starts up, hibernates from hibernation. It actually loads up faster than the Toshiba with the AMD processor in it. I kid you not. Starts right up. Practically just like the way I left it, I kid you not, guys, it's faster. It's faster. Now with the Intel i3, that was actually faster than this setup, but man, it's like it's like I'm upgrading to a faster machine. So I tell you what, let's go ahead and do a restart. Let's see how fast it boots Windows 10. Not too bad. For such an old machine like this. Runs fantastic. I tell you what, guys, there's a fine line between there's a fine line between having a decent performing machine, a decent performing laptop, and one that's actually built well. And it seems like between 2008 and 2010 is probably, I'd say, the sweet spot, sort of say. If you're looking for a decent, decent laptop for not too much money. So there we go. The Dell Inspiron 1525 lives again. Not sure what I'm gonna do with that Toshita. Don't really know. Kind of hard to say. I mean, I could buy a keyboard for it. That way, they'd have a decent keyboard that hopefully doesn't, when you press keys, hopefully they're all recognized as key presses. It's hard to say what I'm going to do with the thing. I'll probably hang on to it. I don't know. But anyways, we got this thing back up and running. And it's just definitely a lot better quality laptop. It really is. Who knows, I may stick with it, I don't know. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video for what it is. The Inspiron 1525 lives another day. So anyways, thanks for watching.